If you're thinking about relocating, whether it's into Ridgefield or another Fairfield County town, the biggest risk isn't the move itself, it's the challenges and unforeseen issues you don't see coming. Relocation mistakes rarely show up on closing day. They show up months later when the commute feels longer than expected, or your monthly budget feels tighter, or when the perfect neighborhood maybe doesn't feel just right. That's when people realize the relocation wasn't structured properly. Here's the good news: relocation regret is predictable, and if it's predictable, it's preventable. Mistake number one: underestimating the total cost of living. This is the first mistake I see all over Fairfield County. It's underestimating that cost. And most people compare home prices and just stop there. They don't factor in heating oil or propane, insurance, utilities, transportations, or any kind of local lifestyle shifts. For example, take Ridgefield. A property might have a lower purchase price than one in Westport, but maybe they have higher heating costs because it's colder in the wintertime. Affordability on paper is not the same as financial comfort in life. So when your post move spending margin shrinks, stress rises, and everything from your social circle to your sleep feels heavier than it should. Mistake two: falling in love with the wrong neighborhood. This mistake is emotional, not financial, and it's incredibly common. People visit maybe once, twice, see a beautiful street, and assume they're going to feel that way every day. But they don't test the commute. They don't check out the weekend noise levels. They don't study future town development plans or any kind of school redistricting boundaries. When you relocate, you're not just buying a home, you're buying into that community and its lifestyle. And most communities behave totally different than others, depending on the season and their growth patterns. And if the rhythm of that community doesn't match your lifestyle, well, guess what? The shine wears off pretty quickly. Mistake number three is rushing the decision. And that's a big one. Many relocations are triggered by job changes, some unforeseen life event. Urgency always creates blind spots, and those can be expensive. Where strategic relocation should be calm, clear, data backed, and not emotional. I always tell my clients to take the stress away, relax, because a rush move tends to be expensive do-overs later. When you feel compromised on your commute, your schools, or the community, it's going to be stressful. Mistake number four: ignoring that lifestyle shift. When you relocate, you don't just change geography, you change your rhythm. In Fairfield County, that might mean driving everywhere instead of walking. So you're going to have fuel and car maintenance expenses, higher heating bills, maybe your new social circles, a new pace, different convenience options. If you move from a compact city to a suburban home, you're trading time and convenience for space and privacy. Those shifts matter, not financially at first glance, but emotionally every day afterwards. Here's a pro tip: before you move, invest in your future life for a weekend, not just your future house. Here's what I mean: book a local Airbnb in the town you're considering, whether it's Ridgefield, Wilton, New Canaan, wherever, and live there as if you've already moved. Test out the grocery stores, drive the morning commute, visit the parks, grab dinner locally, and listen to the neighborhood at night. You'll learn more in those 48 hours than any 48 hours spent on online listings. It'll save you time, stress, and maybe some money. Fifth mistake we see is poor timing when buying and selling. Selling and buying at the same time is where even experienced movers feel the most pressure. And without a timing strategy, you can face temporary housing gaps, double mortgages, or the need for costly bridge loans. I've seen it firsthand with families moving into Ridgefield from out of state. Great buyers, perfect financials, but no sequencing plan. Time alone added stress, costs, and a smart structure could have prevented that. Relocation should be sequenced, not reactive. Here's the relocation framework. Before you commit to any relo, ask yourself 4 questions. Have I calculated the full cost of living beyond the purchase price? Have I evaluated the community beyond surface appeal? Am I moving towards something specific or just away from something uncomfortable? 4, do I have a timing and transition plan that protects both homes? If you can confidently answer those questions, you're already ahead of most movers, and you'll drastically reduce the chance of a post move regret. Relocation mistakes aren't dramatic, they're subtle, but subtle mistakes compounded over time, well, that creates the stress. And with right planning, a move to Ridgefield or anywhere here in Fairfield County isn't a risk, it's an upgrade. The key is planning it like a project, not reacting like a passenger. If you're planning to relocate, don't just compare prices, compare the lifestyle plans. In our next episode, we're going to tackle one of the top relo questions. Should you rent first or buy immediately when moving to a new area? Comment Move CT below, and we're going to send you our free Fairfield County relocation planning checklist. Same one I use with all of our clients. And if this series is helpful, if you think maybe it's helping you give a little more clarity, please subscribe. Every episode builds practical, financial, and emotional strategy into your move. Reload done right isn't emotional, it's structured, and structure protects you. Folks, I'm Tim Dent, and we here at the Tim Dent Team want to make your next move as stress-free as possible. I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day.